Come in front of here, Ryan. Are you rolling?
I'm rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Hey, thanks for
outtakes.
seeing, guys. My name's Paul. This is All Nation Soccer Club. It's late March 2026, and we're grateful to have Josh back with us. And we're grateful that he's willing to share about one of the mentors in his life. And maybe as he's sharing, you can think about a mentor in your life who's meant a lot, who's helped you to get to where you're at. Because, you know, we're all created from dust, and we go back to the dust, and it's arrogant to think that we got to where we're at on our own. We all had great men and women in our lives whose shoulders that we stand on, and who helped us in hard times and very pivotal times in our lives. So maybe while Josh is sharing, you can think about someone maybe you'd like to share about. And so with that, I'll say thank you for staying, Josh, and thank you for being willing to share. And take it away.
Yeah. I'm Josh. I know most of you guys out here. Some of you are new faces to me. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. Yeah, so Paul said that earlier about like talking about specific mentors, and I spent a little bit of time thinking about it. And thankfully, I've been lucky enough to have a lot of people in my life that have been examples, people to look up to, leaders. But I was trying to think of like what a mentor specifically was for me, and it's somebody that enters into a relationship with like a specific mindset or like kind of a goal for like how to give to me specifically in a relationship, and I'll try to make sense of that. I've talked about this guy before. I won't share a lot about him, but Rob Bond is definitely one of my mentors. He's a guy that was very influential in getting like kind of this initial idea founded a long time ago, and really happy with what has happened since he's been involved. But since I've talked about him, I'll talk about my most recent one. His name is Rob Felton. He hasn't been able to come out here, but Rob came into my life maybe, trying to remember now, but close to probably a decade ago. And he came in as a manager or a director level at the company I was at the time. And when he came in, he had like a one-on-one conversation with me, and he says, "What do you want from this relationship, this work relationship?" And I said, "I need to ask you questions. I need to come to you for advice. I need you to be like somebody that I can come to at any time." Because I was at a pivotal role in my career of like really wanting to push forward and progress and grow. And he was coming in with a lot of experience in a lot of different places. And I was like, this guy knows a lot. I want to be able to pick his brain. And he was very much willing to do that. That relationship started off as just, like I said, a manager kind of employee relationship, but quickly grew into a friendship, quickly grew into a mentorship, to where I would come to him and he was always open to hear me, hear how I was feeling. Not even he could always tell when I walked into his office if I was wanting a question answered, or if I wanted to just have him sit there and listen to me rant about all the things that were wrong in my life. And he was willing to do either, and that was really great. But outside of that, I think it led to just, I looked to him for specific examples, not only in my career, but I think I looked to him of like how I kind of wanted to be an adult in like a career space and just life in general, honestly. He has a great family. He and his wife have an amazing daughter, and I was able to form a really cool friendship with her and his wife. They've been loving to both me and my wife, Lizzie, and invited us into their space multiple times, just like constantly reaching out and asking us how are things going, and really investing. And I just want to say thank you to Rob. And he's still a good friend of mine. We just talked recently, even though it was very short communication. But we're in different spaces now. He's still in Nashville, and I've moved out west. But it's cool because, and I'll share this lastly, because not every relationship. Okay, sorry. Let me backtrack. A big part of me is my faith. I'm a Christian. It's really how I navigate the world. It's how I navigate relationships. And Rob is not. He's not, but he still has amazing values set in his life of how he loves people, he loves culture, he loves this country. He came from the UK himself and grew in love with the States, and has been here for a good portion of his life. And And I was like, it's really cool to connect with people who maybe don't have the exact same background as you or the exact same connection to faith or whatever it may be, but to be able to still kind of interact with each other and listen to one another. And one thing I love about Rob is, I don't know if he's ever going to have a relationship with the Lord. I don't know what that's exactly going to look like for him. But he is always willing to listen. And he asks questions too about like, what's going on in my life? What's going on in my faith? And like he and his wife are really curious in that space. And I've always just really appreciated that, like knowing that we may not agree necessarily, but we're still very eager to get to know one another at a deeper level. So I really value Rob, both my friendship and the mentorship. And I've told him before, I was like, you didn't ask for this, but you're my mentor now. I said, you're going to be my mentor. And he was like, okay, that sounds good. And he really has stepped up in that space. So I just want to say thank you to him. So thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Josh. Thanks for sharing that. And any questions for Josh? This is an opportunity. Okay. All right. Well, Josh, it's great to have you back. And thank you. You played great defense today. And you were tough on offense, and it's always great to have you with us. And I hope things go well for you in Idaho, sorry.
All good.
Yeah, and I know
Same
God
thing.
has great plans for you there. So yeah, it's great to have you with us.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Paul.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Yep.
Good to have you.